Now, the IT industry is a very interesting industry because they are able they do mostly export, and they're able to bring in a considerable amount of foreign exchange. But unfortunately, because of these power cuts and so on, it's impossible for them to continue to supply the customers abroad to whom they are contracted with. So this industry is very concerned. Now, it's a country. Now they say no dollars, but you can bring the dollars, but you can't work because they brought this country to its knees. You know, there's absolutely nothing left. So what I'm worried about is that the situation will only get worse if it gets better. Now they're talking IMF and all that. IMF is not set up to help poor countries. IMF is set up to support the international financial system. So they will first want to see who the creditors are and make sure they get paid. And that the system, their financial system survives. But generally, in most countries, the IMF goes, it's the masses of the people who suffer because they're asked to pay austerity and so on. So we are going to face an enormous price. Cost of living has gone up by 40, 50, 60%. Now companies can't increase their salaries by 40%. That is why, as much as the companies will try to sustain, at least some of the IT companies, the general condition in the country is still change. But anyway, I'm hopeful because again on the 6th there's going to be a hartal where they're going to complete stoppage of work, and only by people taking democracy into their own hands and exercising democracy in the street. No faith in parliament. It's a joke. Now people who said that the president and the prime minister must go, like Dallas Alhaper, 3 days ago he said they must go, and I'm told that he has gone yesterday. And they said, no, you can stay. So that is exactly why this lot must go. They are unreliable. They say one thing today, another thing tomorrow. But I'm hopeful with the kind of struggles in the street and direct democracy by the people in the street, we are going to see some real change. And there's already ideas like the board I was holding, this board here, which is abolish the executive presidency. It's a very important demand. One man should not hold such enormous power. And you can see that it is there, people try to get around him. And they're talking about some real changes. And I'm hoping that with this struggle we'll suffer, but we'll come out of it as a better, stronger, and a more prosperous country.